Just sitting out here in Boston, across from the gardens. Right behind me is where Good Will Hunting was filmed. On one of these benches over here with a really powerful scene from the film. Grabbing a coffee over at Thinking Cup. And just having some thoughts over my cup of Joe. Just had a question, basically, which for everyone, and a question for myself, and a question for all of us, which is, where is the child that you were gone? Where has the when you were 3 years old? When I was 3 years old, I remember I was a kid that used to just run up and hug people. To me, when I think of the essence of getting back in touch with myself, even as a 34-year-old man, I think of getting it back into the essence of who that 3-year-old boy was. I think that to me is truly who I am. And I think that it's really easy to lose touch with that 3-year-old version of me. I think a lot of people over intellectualize that part of themselves that was so innocent and loving, and says, well, it's a cold world, you got to grow up. Or, I'm no longer a kid anymore, I'm an adult. We all need to get back in touch with the childlike state that we had when we were 3. We were more trusting, we were more loving, we were more open, we would express ourselves easier. And that is, I think, what makes the difference in living a fulfilled life. Not every one of you was a hugger like me. That wasn't what defined you. There were other things that, for some of you, you were curious. You had so many questions. That's the little kid in you that you need to get back in touch with right now. I don't care how old you are. Others, you just had ultimate faith in things. Whatever you believed in, you knew it was going to happen, or you knew it to be true. You've lost touch with that. Other people, you danced like no one was watching, and you expressed yourself, and you were creative, but you stifled that because of messages. And why do we stifle that? We stifle that because of messages we get from this world that say that we shouldn't be those things, or we have to lose those things. I'm here to tell you, I don't think that's part of authentic living. I don't think that's part of living a fulfilled life. I think that the challenge for all of you today is to ask the question of, who were you as a kid? What were you known for as a child? Our grandparents, our parents. Ask them questions. Give them a portal into the past of who you were. What were you interested in? How did you experience life? And what would it be like to just take a small step in the direction of getting back to that today? To me, part of rewriting your story is getting back to the old version of your story that you once lived, that you lost touch with. So it's not necessarily becoming someone that you've never been before. It's getting back in touch with that person that you once were. And what will you encounter when you attempt to get back there, when you invite yourself to get back there? You will encounter pain. You will encounter walls that were put up because of the pain. Because here's the reality, that this is a broken world. People fail you. You have been hurt. It's all justified, and it's all 100% valid. However, in order for you to live the fullest part of your life, you have to be willing to acknowledge that pain, be willing to come in community again, get out of isolation, make peace with the past, so that you can get back to living out how you were created and intended to live. And once you do, all the things that you want in life from a fulfillment standpoint will happen. They will increase. Who were you as a child? That's how you were made. All of us are different. There's some similarities. All kids believe. My son falls back into my arms off the couch. It shocks me, the trust he has, the fearlessness he has. All kids have that. There's some universal things that we had as kids. We played, we laughed. We were imaginative. There are so many things that are sucked out of us by becoming adults. I don't believe in any of that. Yeah, you got responsibilities. Yeah, there's parts of you that grow and evolve as you learn life and you rewrite your story in that sense. But There's a core being of who you are that you need to get back to. It's going to be the key to you living out the life that you desire right now. I invite you to that place. For me, it's a reminder when I think of that little boy who was going around hugging everyone. It's a reminder that that is how God designed my heart to be, that I am full of love. And the only things that have ever shamed that out of me were things and ideas of the world. But that's not my true essence of who I am to be. The ideas of masculinity, the ideas of being an adult. At my childlike core, I'm mischievous. Like my son now, I look at him and I laugh. He's always up to something. He's always looking to find a way to make a game or a joke out of something. That's how I was at my core. A crazy belief in people and a love for people and wanting to consider people. I've drifted away from that. As much as I think I'm doing some of that now, I've drifted away from a lot of that. But that's who I was at my childlike core. That's what I need to get back to. That's what we all need to get back to. So comment below, who were you as a child, and who and what parts of that person have you lost touch with? And what is it going to be like today to remember that? What are some key events that link you to that memory? And what would it be like today to make one small step in the direction of getting back to living out that virtue, get back to living out that principle, get back to living out that part of your personality? What would it be like to get back to that today? How would it impact what you were doing today? How would it impact your dreams? How would it impact your visions? How would it impact the direction you're going? Some of you are going in a direction in life that is not meant for you. Some of you are creatives that grew up in intellectual families that you're meant to get back in touch with that little child who was creative. Some of you are intellectuals that were raised in a creative family that you're meant to get back in touch with that intellectual, scientific version of you that was a kid. This world leads us astray from who it is that we were created to be. The invitation of rewriting your story is not just to create a new story. Yes, it's also to get back in touch with remembering the old parts of your story that you've disowned, that you felt shame for. That's all I got to tell you right now. Go do it.